Alright, hello everybody, we're back in some more Total War. We're doing Rome 2 right now. So, let's just zoom out here about. So right now, we're doing a siege. Siege defense, we've got nightmare mode available, so you'll see these harpies flying around. They're ugly as fuck. Disgusting looking. They don't do anything to the game, let's not do that. But let's see, so right now, I'm playing as Syracuse. And I've got my siege defense here. You may notice that I've left the majority of the city completely undefended, but that is the plan, so don't worry about that. And yeah, so right now I've set up defenses all around. We got pikemen all on the front flanks. Over here we've got some more, well, spearmen here guarding this flank, pikemen here, and some cavalry if I need it. That cavalry will hopefully do some damage. Now this is a replay from a battle I did a while ago. So this battle is I'm not going to be playing out, mostly going to be commentating on it and scanning through it, seeing what happens and what I did. Right now we're playing as an AI army, and you can see all these flags in the distance. This is the Romans. Now he's got these two ballistas right here. I'm controlling one of them, I believe. Sorry about that. And I'm trying to attack these towers, I believe, trying to yeah, put them on fire so they'll burn down and get destroyed. But they have some siege weapons themselves. Oh my god, look at all these catapults and ballistas. It's outrageous. So they're trying to take out my walls. I think they were aiming for my ballistas actually, but I'm pretty sure they stayed safe for pretty much the whole game until they, took over the walls. But yeah. Let's see what else they have. They have, well, siege towers, but they're not going to move them for now. I believe they're going to wait until they destroy the walls. After this, they got tons of infantry. Just look at all this. I believe this is 2 armies, and I have 1 army. All of this is going to be attacking me. So we have gladiator women. What are these? Over here. Praetorians. He has lots of Praetorians. Lots of Praetorians. Praetorian guard. Oh, practically spammed it. How about these legionaries? Well, more legionaries. Evocati cohort? I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't take Latin. But oh, we got elephants. Lots of elephants. Now, were there more elephants? Yeah, there's more elephants here. Elephants will be deadly if they get into my infantry, but I don't believe they did. I believe I managed to repel them, but lots more infantry. Now, I believe, yeah, they had siege towers here and weapons. They don't seem to be manning them. I don't think they wanted to attack this direction. The AI in this game is a little dumb. Well, very dumb. And is quite buggy. It's really buggy, really. So they're not very smart and they won't do stuff. So they just abandoned all this equipment right here. And they're attacking from one direction. But I guess that works in my favor. Nonetheless, they still have lots of infantry. So now I'm going to unpause this and we'll get to the battle. So yeah, they're attacking my towers, ballistas. I'm trying to return fire. Now I believe I'm still taking fire in the towers. I'm not sure if I went and changed my course to attack some of the infantry behind. I don't know if I wanted to waste them. I believe that taking out this Praetorian Guard unit would be more, and the siege tower would be more better. Would be better. But maybe I should have just hit the infantry instead. But then again, there's a wall of towers just waving nearby. Now these ballistas, they're very hard to maneuver, use and aim. It's really annoying and buggy, but well, you have to use what you get. Now they're destroying this wall. It's almost completely destroyed actually. Oh god. Only took an instant really. Oh my. Now I don't. Yeah, they can't see my army around. So all these symbols above here, these all mean that they can't see my army. So they can't see any unit with the symbol above it. And I have no other units stationed around the city. I had one ballista here, but I don't think I ever got. Well, I did get a chance, but I had to rotate it around. They never came this way, which I guess is good for me, but they didn't. But what else have we got? Now this mountain here. I don't know why you would build a city and just have this unexposed. I mean, I guess they can't really climb down it with an army, but give some sort of advantage that they got artillery there. Now that I think about it, that is an excellent place for artillery. If a human player was playing this, I'm sure they'd utilize this position, just use it to fire down artillery once they discover my troops. But the AI is dumb, so now they've broken down these walls, as you see, and they're not advancing yet. I think they're going to deplete their ammunition first, which is also something dumb. You should always keep some for the late game. If there's any rows and mountains of pikemen just waiting there, it's good to throw a few catapults in their faces. Oh, sorry about that. They're still just bombarding this tower, this ballista. It's taking that much damage. I stand corrected. It took a lot of damage. Oh god. Okay, they're dead. City's getting harmed too. You can already see some broken buildings. Not sure if that was already there before the map, but definitely some damage taken on. So that's what else we got here. So lots of missile units. I do want to take back. I don't know if they're gonna spam me with missile units and whittle down my forces. Because pikemen are very weak to arrows and all that. So if they just keep firing them, the vines get thinner and thinner, and then they'll be able to push through them. So there's tons of stakes here and sharp stone beds. So these beds of stones will they'll slow down the enemy. Slow them down enough so that the archers will be able to hit them better, and it'll give me time to prepare against these. The stakes will harm against any cavalry, so it'll stop the cavalry from charging, it'll stop elephants, it'll stop all the big things, and also disrupt the enemy formations. That's also good for me. Now I had a lighter defense on the west side of the map, because I ran out. There's only so much equipment you could bring. But we got hoplites around here. Now, I believe I didn't want to put all my men in this one center bit. I wanted to expand about and take more sections of the city. So I expanded out to here and here, because I didn't want to have all my troops in one place. And I'd rather have the flank and make them spread my forces a little bit. Even though that's a little bit of a bad thing, I didn't know if they would just attack my forces from within, from archers firing over buildings. So that's a good move on my part, I'd say. But lots of choke points and defenses to take. Now, I don't have pikemen. Pikemen are really good at holding back forces and just holding back an entire horde of men and warriors. They're really OP. But unless you're the AI, the humans or human players, they won't engage. No one's dumb enough to walk into this. They'll bring tons of archers and just, you know, fire arrows at them until they die, or run away because they're cowards. But these Syracusians, is that how you say it? Syracusians? Syracuse? I don't know. Hopefully they will be able to stand tall and defeat the enemy. Now this is going to take some time, so I might speed it up. Is this a general unit? It is a general unit. Where's the general? Is that him? Or not? Oh, that's it, definitely. Golden armor? Looks like it. Oh, look at these war elephants. They're not armored. But they still got tusks. They still got their thick leather hide, I guess. Oh, more Praetorian guards? Jesus Christ! Oh my God! If you don't know what Praetorian guards are, they're basically like the guards that would normally guard like the emperors and stuff in the Roman times. The most elite infantry you can get for the Romans, and they have hundreds of them. Not a good thing for me. Looks like they're starting to take out the towers now. These towers will shoot arrows down the enemy. Not very powerful, they only fire like a few arrows per second, but they should be able to do enough damage if they get close. But since they're getting destroyed already, there's no point in having them. This one's already destroyed actually. So let's start speeding this up, because this is going to take a long while. Ooh, that's laggy. That's very laggy. I don't know what you are. Can you go away? What is that face? Okay, that is very laggy. Ooh. Oof. Oh my. Let's just try keeping it still. Oh. Yep, that's laggy. Oh god, I can hardly rotate the camera. Oh god. Okay, let's just stop doing that. No, bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. I need to see again. Give me it back. Ah, play. There's normal speed. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's much better. So what happened? Did that even change? Oh, they're moving now. Alright, so they're moving up their battering ram and some ladders. Now, I don't know why, but the AI seems to, well, not just the AI, the troops in general seem to stop every few seconds. In this case, the siege tower is going, but yeah, these ladders are stopping. Yeah, they just stopped for a while. I guess it's because it's right in front of the battering ram, but yeah, this one's stopping too. But oh well. They've still got ammunition, so that sucks. This poor farmer. Doesn't know what's about to hit his house. Can I not get... Oh, there we go, finally. We got rid of you. Do not need that. Now, they got a whole bunch of infantry backed up here. Alright, they're starting to move them about. They'll probably reform the lines, or just gonna shove all their infantry in. Still ammunition. I'm sure these have to fire over the siege towers. Kinda sucks how they can... Oh, they've abandoned them, actually. Maybe I gave them to... Ooh, actually, I seem to have destroyed some. Ah, I didn't get the image of it. No, didn't record that. Oh well, doesn't matter. All we know is that these things fell, and about 100 men died. I guess they've abandoned them because there's not enough walls to use the siege towers on. They've destroyed all of them. Even if they were still up, there's too many siege towers. I guess I gave them too many. I mean, I expected them to go around the whole city, but they'd be dumb. So, it's a strange place to put a temple. A pillar. Alright, these harpies, I don't know if these cause fear or anything, I don't think so. They're just flying about. Everyone else seems to be okay with it. Now let's see these. Okay, so only a few, yeah, they keep stopping. Only a few siege equipment is moving up. This is taking some fire damage. Now, was I ran out of ammunition yet? I think this ran out of ammunition. And I believe I was using this one now. It hasn't turned around yet, but I believe I turned it around at some point. But still, this battle takes a long time. The AI takes its time, really good. Now, it seems to moved up its front line. Don't know what these troops are doing over here. There's just a huge cliff there, but... Well, more time. Oh, look at this wall. Pretty sure you can just go around there. I mean... Obviously in the game you can't, but in real life, you just walk right over that. Of course, someone like a smart person in real life would guard that up with either a wall or a mountain of troops. But yeah, the first siege tower's landed. Oh, goddamn camera. Yeah, all the men are starting to go off now. That siege tower's almost on fire as well. I don't know, it seems like they're going to try and take up the gatehouse so they can open the gates. Once they take control of the gates, they can just march their army right through. Even though there's huge wall opening in the walls, which can be easily walked through. But then again, the AI is dumb, so they will not realize this fact. Now the tower is not destroyed yet, so it's doing a little bit of damage, but once it's been captured by the enemy, it'll become theirs, and for some reason archers will appear in that tower and start shooting my men if I come close enough. Yeah, I believe I was trying to get the siege tower to this ballista to hit this siege tower to destroy and hit any men coming up. I think I changed my targets to the actual men. I think I also tried to hit this ladder here, but that didn't seem to work either. Oh, I'm hitting the wall here. Was that me that hit that? Okay, floating ballistas! Didn't know I had such advanced technology. Oof. So many close hits. Did I ever hit these guys? Don't know why they're moving at they're moving at their battering ram, and they literally took control of the gates. They don't need this. Why? Why are you doing that? It's held by Rome. You're battering down your own gates. Ah, stupid AI. You guys never shot. Oh, I nearly hit it. I remember, for some reason it was on a certain angle and all my shots would hit this area. They would never angle to this bit. The aim is really, really off in this game. I don't know why they made it like that. Yeah, I'd always hit this window or this area of the wall. Never able to actually hit that thing. Incredibly hard to aim. I'm destroying my own walls. I guess that was also part of my goal, because I think if you destroy a wall, some of the debris will hit the units nearby, and that will damage them, kill them, crush them. Ugh. So close. At one point I'm pretty sure I just gave up and started targeting the units behind it somewhere, or something like that. Man, this is taking a long time. The battle is 40 minutes long, jeez. Let's just speed this up. It's gonna be a bit laggy, but I don't want to wait this long. So yeah, the units are still, they're moving the units now. Oh, they're going, oh, this is where the part where they rush in now. I believe they've run out of ammunition in their siege weapons. Alright, oh god, this is a massacre now. Actually, yeah, I remember. I did fire upon these enemies. Once they started grouping up like this, I tried to get some hits on, I believe. Are there any corpses already? Let's get into cinematic mode. Let's see. Is there anything? God, why aren't these elephants trampling their own men? Oh, there's thousands. Oops. Don't mind that. Oh, keep pressing that. God, look at them just flood in. Praetorian guards, legionaries. Them all just rushing in. Triarii? These elephants, man. God, look at that flood of units. Did I have? Yeah, I put some traps down here as well. These caltrops here. Oh, it's already hit an elephant. That's right. These things are good, supposed to counter cavalry and elephants, of course. They just run right into it and they get killed. I put some spike traps down here somewhere, I believe, as well. Yeah, it was around here. More caltrops and spike traps. There's one right there. Now there's a one right there. Pit. Aha! Killed one guy. Well, it kills very few amounts of people, but well, depends on who it kills. I mean, if it kills, if an elite unit comes over it, it'll whittle down its forces quite a lot. Maybe killing about 20, 30 men. There's about 120 men in each unit, I believe. Yeah, 120. So already 6 men have died. Now that's not long up at all, but if it keeps increasing, going up until, you know, 20, 30 men, that's around what, 30%, 34% of the unit gone already. It's still not that much, but it helps whittle down the forces, especially elite ones. Ah, this poor cow, these poor elephants. So I started using my archers to fire the elephants, because if you use fire archers, the elephants will go AWOL, and they'll start killing everything in their path. So they'll kill their own men, and they'll run right into pikes. This is funny. Oh. Alright, and once they, for some reason, when the AI, when the elephants start going in rage, there's an option to suicide them. So these slingers are starting pelting my pikemen. And I was not having my pikemen die, see some of them are already fallen. Now you don't want your pikemen to get whittled down though, so I set on my archers to attack them. So I didn't have the range of my archers to hit the slingers, but now that I put them out, they should be able to. However, archers are very weak to slingers. They may be throwing rocks, but if a rock hits you at that speed, and you're not wearing armor like the pikemen are, or a shield, it's gonna hurt. Luckily the AI is dumb. Again. So now they're running in their their general, in fact. General's gonna run right in. What are they doing? What are they doing? Still using flame arrows, now that all these units come by. Oh my god. Are they really gonna... Look at them just run right into... Does their general die, I wonder? Yeah, okay, they were targeting my missile units, but for some reason they ignored all the stakes. And they're running into pikes. Oh my god. This poor general. Where is he? Oh. Yeah, I see that. They just suicided. They killed all their elephants with a click of a button. Because once they go AWOL, they start charging everywhere. They go out of control. You can't control them anymore. They do whatever they want, and they kill your own troops as well. This becomes a huge problem if they're stuck between your lines as well. Now my archers are actually stuck in the fight and beginning to run, but there's a huge wall of pikes in the way, and these cavalry cannot do anything. So for some reason the AI, once the elephants go AWOL, they just suicide them right off the bat. But I guess this is the best bet to go for. For now, actually, they're actually out of control right now. Okay, now they've killed them. Yeah, they just stabbed in the back. So flame arrows are not very penetrative, so they don't really... They're less accurate. So it's better to use standard arrows, but when it comes to things like elephants, they're quite useful. However, flame arrows also do provide a debuff for the morale, so if you use them at the right time, it'll provide a good morale debuff. But the Romans have such big shields, so archers are pretty much useless against them. And they have heavy armor as well. The only really place you want to hit them is in the back. Now they're just flooding in troops. This is what the AI does. They just group it all up, bunch it all up, That's perfect for my archers to just whittle down their forces in. Now my pikemen, you can see it's a very thin line, but it's holding back all these troops. Unfortunately in Warhammer they don't have pikemen, which is quite a bummer, but more elephants. Look at all these elephants. They don't get to use them at all. And these sharp stone beds are slowing them down a lot. Now, is there... Oh, there's more going down here. Alright. It's a Praetorian Guard again, fighting the my pikemen over here as well. One guy's actually gone in, so sometimes they actually break through the pikes and they're able to enter close combat with the pikemen, but they bring out their swords. Over here, I don't have any... Oh, this is a unit pikeman. Okay, I remember. Oh, look at... Oh my god, they must have charged in tons of cavalry into this line, and they got absolutely destroyed. I think they got pelted as well. Now I have 2 infantry here, and I've got my cavalry back here, ready to do a big hammer and anvil. If you don't know what a hammer and anvil is, basically, this is the anvil, and my cavalry is the anvil. And the anvil will smash the anvil... oh god. The hammer will smash the anvil, there we go. And all these troops in the middle is a sword. I'm gonna get squished as fuck. Now, I do believe at some point I moved these infantry over because the AI is dumb and they don't rotate around. Because they're dumb. If I were the AI, I would get these archers here and just sit them down here, shoot them in the back. There we go, I start moving my men over. Just shoot my pikemen in the back, but again, the AI is dumb. But at this rate, I'm going to be overwhelmed by these forces. Now, these guys here, these are javelin throws. They're throw javelins, but I don't think they have the range. They can't see them. This unit here, I remember, I didn't know if they could come through this area. You know, because it seemed like he could, you know, charge down. So I put it in there just in case, but it doesn't seem like they did. Again, they hold back such large lengths of men. Masses of waves. Now, they still have a lot of units still in the back here. Alright, looks like my pikemen have become really disorganized. They're scattered all over the place. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's right. I moved my infantry up to support the pipelines to flesh them out. And at some point, I believe I added another pike unit into the fray. Now, I still have tons of men in reserve. And a whole backline. Actually, there's a unit here. I remember putting it somewhere. Where did I put it? I decided that... Oh yeah, that's the unit Yeah, that's right. So I took this unit and I moved it up into the front lines here. Because the AI is dumb and they don't circle around. Well, they did. Yeah, these units are starting to circle around now. Now that this opening is clear. Although, because they're dumb, they're not hitting the backs of my hat. See, they could do a hammer and anvil right here on me. So our pikemen are pretty much dead, but I've sent in these mercenary hoplites. So the cavalry could easily just charge in right there and pretty much demoralize my entire army, or unit here, and they'll start running for their lives. But the AI is again dumb. Now, I have pikemen here, and they don't want to go through the spikes or these pikemen. And I sent out these peltas, so these are the javelin throwers, to deal with the cavalry. Because I was afraid that they might do that, but it seems that they're dumb. Now, if I moved up the cavalry, see, I think I forgot about the cavalry for a while. But I believe it was somewhere around this time I started using it to hit them in the back. I think I was waiting for the archers to go out of formation or go away from the infantry. So that I could take out the archers pretty easily without the infantry interfering with my cavalry. Over here, it looks pretty much the same. Was that a siege equipment? Oh my, it was! What is hitting me? Is this... They still have ammunition? I did not know this. Oh, right here. They moved the catapult unit. So they must have moved this catapult up and start firing my forces. I did not know that. So they got a few hits doing the right there. I guess they weren't really safe. I should have put them behind the building. Actually, are they... Yeah, I moved my archers up because I want to hit them in the back here. I think these archers were hitting my men here. From all the way over here. So we're back in here. They finally sent a flanking force. Well, I guess, yeah, they're flanking. So they're going to charge my units in behind and trap me in. Just look at... Just 2 hoplite units are holding back this entire wave. Now, it's never a good idea to blob up like this. Because it can result in, you know, cavalry charges coming from behind, hitting the back. And it could possibly cause a mass rout, causing tons of units to flee. Archers, if you get archers in the back, it'll have a field day just raining down, because they can't miss. They can't miss. Since they're stuck in combat, they don't really put their shields up unless they're stationary. Now, again, they completely ignore my troops here, and they start charge straight up into the pikes. Oh, these poor. Now, actually, this is a bit of lagging. I know there's a ton of troops in the battlefield, but I put the graphics up to max. Again, what are you doing? Pick up your pike and get back in line. Oh, here come the reinforcements. Oh, look at that. These pikes are just annihilating all of them. There we go. Normal speed again. This pike's getting in the way. Ah, casual combat. Such a slaughter. Oh, I've got my. Oh, I'm firing my peltas now. Oh yeah, I remember this. So I threw my peltas. I started targeting this unit, but the problem was they started hitting the backs of my pikemen as well. So I got some friendly fire along the way. So I ended up telling them to stop, and if they're eventually they broke through, and I told them to shoot the units in the back. That way I wouldn't do as much damage. Now, over here, a lot of units seem to have been taken down. Line's still holding strong. Pikemen, they're pretty healthy actually. 100 men each, it seems. They still have tons of men in reserve. Although at this rate, I mean, I still have tons of men in reserve as well. Now, these are just picked hoplites. So, they're fighting against cav right now, and some infantry. They won't hold out for long, but since I put them into hoplite formation, they'll hold out for a long while. Although they don't do as much damage as pikes do, which is quite unfortunate. Now, have I moved out the cav? I have, I've moved out the cav. Ah, here we go. I've started taking out the, yeah, so I'm doing cycle charges. I'll run away, and then charge again. Run, charge, picking off the weak units. So right now, this is the perfect area to charge in. So I was picking off all the archer units. I remember these towers here caused me a lot of trouble. They killed a lot of my cavalry, just by firing randomly into them. Although I wanted to capture, but I couldn't stay long with all these infantry out. Oh, the archers are firing against me as well. Hit me in the back, which is never a good idea. Using diamond formation now. Yeah, they've left them unguarded. So now I'm just gonna go in for the tower, take them out. They're charging into me. Oh no, they're running away. Look at them run. Oh, they have no idea. Oh! Oh, run down. Unfortunately, the cavalry's a little bit weird because they all, unlike Warhammer, the cavalry here they just stop. If they get blocked by the other cav in front of it, they'll just stop and behind it. It's quite annoying, but you get used to it. Oh, what is it? See, what is it doing? This is not a diamond formation. It's a bit derpy, this game. Like they're just walking here. I tell them to charge, but looks like they're running down all the archers. Archers are very weak and vulnerable to the cavalry. I believe at this point is where I turn them around and hit them in the back here. I'll bear in mind to try and capture that. Alright, oh, the forces here have greatly diminished. I think I put my pikes just behind my hoplites so that the hoplites would engage in melee and the pikes would just slip in behind. Of course, this is not realistic at all. I mean, it'll be really hard to maneuver these pikes around, I suppose. The Praetorian Guard is getting annihilated. Look at all the corpses. Now let's go back to the cavalry. Have I charged them yet? No. I've started chasing. Okay, these infantry scared me off, I believe. Wait, did I? I'm not sure if I moved them up around here. Because I remember I saw these archers here and I wanted to take them out. Yeah, I think I did move them around. But we'll see. Again, I think they started to break through now. Yeah. For some reason, they're not just flooding through and just coming behind. Again, the AI is dumb. Don't know how many times I have to say it, but the AI is very dumb. Very simple and easily predictable. They'll go exactly where you want them to go. They'll take the shortest routes and they'll only flank with a few units. If this was done by a player, it'd be a lot different. Archers would be pelting my pikemen. Cavalry would be trying to flanking around, trying to see any flanks or anywhere. Artillery would be brought into the city and launched at my pikemen and stuff like that. It would be a vast murder. They would just sit in front of me and shoot me down until they run out of ammunition. Once they run out of ammunition, in goes all the infantry. So it's definitely very easy to take out, to hold off 2 or 3 AI armies, even if we only had a few units. But if this was players, then it'll be a lot different story. Now it's finally started to break. They're just sending in small waves now. Archers are missing every shot. Like, you missed all of them. They're right there. Don't know why I'm using fire arrows still. The standard arrows are more accurate. Alright, so now that I brought my peltas down to start traveling in the back because they won't hit my men, although they are for some reason. But there's a huge area of exposed infantry right there. Some of them are turning their backs and their sides. So I was hoping that I'll be able to get some hits, but they're killing my own men, which is quite unfortunate. And I think it started to make my men revolt. And that was definitely a problem. But here come the cow. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Looks like they've conjoined together. Now, I think this is a pretty bad idea because the archers, the towers are still taking out my men. But I think they'll get in each other's way. Hopefully this won't happen. Yeah, half of it just stopped all of a sudden. But, you can just see them flying about. And that is a hammer and anvil, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. God, I cannot speak. I swear, English is my first language. Fuck. Oh, what was this? Reinforcements? Alright, so I sent my peltas to. They may be missile units, but they still are decent in melee combat. Don't think I'll leave my cavalry in for long. I'll probably plop them out. What is this over here? Some infantry. Don't know where these guys are going, but I guess they're securing the docks for some reason. Nothing to secure, but well. Some of the enemy Romans are starting to rout. Now that the cavalry's, they're sandwiched between my men and the cavalry. But I really shouldn't be keeping my cavalry in combat. Melee combat is wrong. If you keep them in too long, they'll just die. You gotta use them for cycle charges, not charges and then just leave them in melee combat. Yeah, so now their numbers have greatly diminished. The AI is dumb. And yeah, they're just throwing away all their infantry now. There's still a huge blob of units. There's like a couple hundred here. I'd say up to 800, maybe 1,000 soldiers in this one area, held back by what? 40? Well, less than about 100 men. This unit just routed, so now they'll be running away. Oh, here comes another charge. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Again, I'm realistic because normally I'll probably just end up charging my own cavalry, which is pretty dumb. I think this time they turned their backs a little bit, so they were able to resist the charge more. Alright, sorry about that. Slow intrusion. Alright. Oh, I think I've sent more peltas, yeah. Alright, now they're showing their backs right dang clear to my peltas. So they're gonna start having a field day hitting them. Oh, look at this, they're falling. Doesn't look like they're doing much, but it's doing a lot. Killing about 10-15 men every volley. But I don't have near enough. Oh, looks like they ran out of ammunition and just send them in now. Charge them right into the backs. Now hopefully this will distract them and they'll turn their backs to my cavalry, which I'll then use to cycle charge once again. Oh, they're throwing more infantry in. Jeez, man. What's happening over here? They're still throwing in infantry to these guys. They're getting annihilated though. Touring guards just not good enough. Oh, these slingers, are they still hitting my men? Yeah, they're not doing that much damage at all. These slingers cannot pierce this heavy armor and these shields. They're attacking from the front. The slingers will do a lot more damage from behind, but from the front, nah. They're just bouncing off the shields like Play-Doh. Play-Doh? I don't know a good analogy. Don't forget I said that. No, what bounces off things really easily? Rain? I don't know. Looks like they've broken through now. They're just focusing on this one unit, not really running. Did I put the AI difficulty up? I'm pretty sure I did. I wanted them to be hard. Well, it doesn't seem that hard. Some guy's just writhing in pain. He's dead now, but What are you standing out formation for? What are you doing? God. Yeah, I had some units archers here. I think these are the Peltas that moved up. So I've reinforced this unit of pikemen with more pikemen. Oh, perfect. Alright, now here they come. Roman waves started. They found their way in. Eventually. Finally. My calf's still on the route? Yeah, my calf's still. They're really diminished. This one's at half health. I don't know where the other one is. I think the other one routed. But no matter. Yeah, where did I put them? I think I tried to take this gatehouse at one point with the cavalry. Now I'm pretty sure I forgot about my cavalry for a bit, so they ended up getting then we're getting caught by the infantry there. Did I notice in time? There is a lot going on in the battlefield, so I have to go backwards and forwards to maneuver things. So it looks like I've curved in these forces, make a small curved crescent-like shape to increase damage per second. Looks like they've abandoned this line of infantry. What was that? It looks like some fleeing men or archers or something following the enemy. Probably should have had them in guard mode. Did I catch him? Yeah, so I ran out of way eventually in time, I think. Are there any bodies? Doesn't look like it. I think I managed to get them out in time. What's going on over here? So the Romans look a little bit confused. They got men in reserve, which is always good to have them, just sticking behind. They got them over there, but they're just throwing it in, most of their infantry in again, right into the pikes, trying to get past with brute force. But that results in a lot of casualties. There's a little duel going down on here. And this guy managed to pick him off. They're just getting slaughtered. There's so many horns going off. Well, I've got Peltas over here as well. Looks like I'm able to arc it over the pikemen over here. These men still quite healthy. We lost a few troops, but it's mostly well done. Actually, this unit is getting hammered by those slingers, but still hasn't lost a single man. Again, they're sending in more Praetorians. This line has greatly thinned. Look at that. Used to be a whole block. And they pushed me back so far. I guess even with brute force, it does a lot of damage, but with this much men in reserve, they don't stand a chance. Look at that. Look at all these 4-rack swordsmen. Hardly even got to use them. More pikemen as well. They didn't stand a chance. Maybe I should have put on another army, you know? But it might have caused the game to lag a lot. Especially on high graphics. So now, what's happening to my cavalry? I think, yeah. So they caught my cavalry here. I'm pretty sure they caught it and they javelined it and then they charged into it. That was definitely a big loss. Well, a small loss, really. Oh, they're still alive. I think I ran them away. 10 men left. I think, well, 13 died in that encounter. I just retreated them all the way back. Probably should have still used them. I mean, this is only a custom battle, so it's not like I'm gonna lose them in the campaign or anything, but oh well. Now they've set up their men here, kept them in reserve, although they're still blobbing them up. My Peltas are having a field day throwing their spears into so many archers. So at this point I just started reallocating my resources, switching men over to places where they're more useful. Because it's unlikely that the enemy will still complete flanking. So I'll start moving up troops to this line to reinforce it. In fact, I may have charged out at one point, perhaps when they routed. But damn, only 15 minutes left on the clock. Now it's just repetitive, really. Oh, that's right. So this pikeman unit got so small, like so thinly laid out, that I had to reform it. So it only covers up this small area. So I'm mostly using it to deal with the center of these Praetorian guards. All these picked hoplites hold them back. Okay, look at all these harpies in the sky. Jeez. I should definitely deactivate nightmare mode in one point. That's right. So I started getting these. I made my archers start targeting the Praetorians over here. Not only are they in loose formation, so what they do less, my archers will be less effective. But they have also their shields up, and I'm pretty much doing no damage. Maybe getting the odd 1 or 2 kills, but it's mostly just a waste of ammunition. But at this point, what is there to fire at, really? So this is me wrapping up the battle now. Holding off the line. So this line's also getting pushed back a lot, but you can see the amount of casualties there been. There was about like what 5-6 units here. Now there's only 4. So already 2 units have been destroyed, and the rest are greatly diminished. Half health, 70% health, 60% health, less than 40. Jeez, look at all these healthy units I have, just waiting to be used. They're beginning to rout here as well. Now these archers, why did they break? I think what happened here? So right now I've gotten a little bit impatient. You know, I wanted to wrap this up, so I started sending out some of my men out to flank the enemy. That way I can break them faster. Sandwich them in. Oh, well, the hoplites are being really weird, and they're doing this strange formation when I'm telling them to attack. But I guess it's. I guess it works. I mean, yeah, they're running now. Are they running? No, they're trying to escape. Oh, that's right. They sent some reinforcements. So I sent this unit to prevent this unit from getting routed by getting hit in the back by these guys. Well, these Praetorian guards. Oh god, a whole unit of Praetorian guards. 120 men. So that's the unit I was pelting actually. Did I get any kills? No. There's still 120 out of 120. 119 now. And my hoplites in the mix. So these 41 men are holding back 119 men. Again, unrealistic because, you know, they can just walk around and easily get behind and attack them. This hoplite unit is still not attacking its enemy. They've begun to rout though. Is it more routings happening over in this side? There's only 1 unit left now. So now it's more of a mop up now. Oh my god. There's only 1 unit of pikemen here, holding off this Praetorian guard. So 36 men versus 20 men. Yeah, they're getting destroyed. Just run around it. It's so easy. It's just a small, tiny unit. If they were to break through here, they'll just march straight down, tackling behind here. Oh, I think this is where I send up my mercenary swordmen. Who were in reserve. Yeah, I wanted to use. I didn't want them to just sit back the whole game. So I ended up charging them up, and I think I let them loose as well. There's a flood of enemies running away. Alright, let's just speed this up now. It's more or less a slaughter at this point. The rest of the enemy force is more or less over here in this place and these 2 units. Oh, that's laggy. That's really laggy, damn. Ten minutes left on the clock. Ooh, looks like I've got a rout over here on my side. Oh god, what the hell is that? Yeah, so look at these. My pikemen men here have started running. And they've been charging down these men down the stairs, oh god. So these are my peltasts, I think. Are these peltasts? Well, these are Samnite warriors, okay. So now they're in the fray. They've got their javelins up for some reason. Okay, now they're in swords. They'll start fighting back. They've got spears in their shields. They're already running. Alright, so did those pikemen run? No, they're still there. Level 3 silver, damn. I think they leveled up a bunch during this game. Although it doesn't really matter how much they level up, but getting this many kills? Oh, these men are all routed, they're all fleeing the battlefield, but they're just running into the pikes. Trying to get through for some reason. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish, but sure thing. Just do that. This unit's almost broken as well. In fact, they're pretty much already running. Are they trying to... Looks like they're actually trying to flank getting into this area here, but they're getting stopped by a few men. There's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, what, 15, 20 men holding back all these men here. 89. All these pikemen units. Right, looks like I'm sending more peltasts up these stairs. Yeah, so this is the point where I start just charging out. I want to finish the enemy, catch up, try to round out any, capture any prisoners if I can. Once they start fleeing, you can capture them. It may look like you're killing them, but they're actually getting captured. But I guess that's how the game works. But I'm gonna slaughter them all. Romans, how dare they set foot in my what's the word I'm looking for? Ancient city? Nah. Sacred grounds. There's the word. Syracuse lands. Weather's not that good. I guess it is in nightmare mode, but aha! Now I'm starting to throw peltas at them. Yes, spears. Hit them in behind. Ah. That guy's unfortunate. Run, little men, run. Oh god. Oh, that must really hurt. Getting a whole spear in your fucking ass. Oh dear. Alright, so here's my general unit on a cavalry. I guess I wanted to use him to run down any units fleeing away. Are there any big blobs of units running away? I believe they use this gate to flee. These are all the archers. Or unfortunately run down by my cavalry earlier in the game. So these guys are still running. They still have this one siege equipment just staying out here doing nothing for some reason. I'm not sure if it still has ammo or anything, but it's just sitting there. Oh, there's still a unit over here. Oh god. Praetorians. Don't know why I'm not flanking them from behind right there. Must be focusing somewhere else. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Running down all these men. You're running right past them all. God damn it. What are you doing, General? They're right behind you. Am I telling them to go somewhere else? Where are they going? They're going here for some reason. And now they're turn-tailed the other direction. Some of these guys haven't though. Oh, there we go. What are you attacking the tree for? They're right there. Trees are not enemies. In Warhammer they kind of are, but not in this game. This is Rome. Trees are friendly. They help make oxygen. So at this point, it's just mopping up the enemy. I think I sent some units over here to bar off the exits, so that I can. Oh, just look at the amount of Romans running away. I wanted to, set up some men here, so that when the fleeing Romans come across, they'll run through my men, or they'll be trapped and turn tail the other way. Yeah, they start going that way now, through there. Archers are, these peltasts are faster, so I sent them to catch up with the enemy. I also wanted to take this gate, so at the gate we'd start shooting at the enemies running away. So let's just speed this up. Just mopping up now. Ooh, laggy. Let's play again. Syracuse, you are victorious.